something that we take for granted is the complexity of the English language, and here I digress for a moment to illustrate the Lashon Pa'ol. In English we have two forms of a present tense verb, simple present tense and present tense continuous. A couple of examples for the simple present tense. I play, the train leaves, she always forgets, the earth circles the sun. Present tense continuous, however, is a little more complex, all with the ing suffix. There are four formats: present continuous now, you are learning, I am sitting, they are reading. A second subset is longer actions in progress now. A third subset, the near future. And a fourth, which appears to be the closest to the Lashon Pa'ol of Rashi, repetition, encompassing both the past, the present, and the future within the one verb. This format, in English, has the verb with an ing suffix linked to the word always, or constantly. It was the word lakoach, according to the Mizrahi and the Siftei Chachamim, that is problematic, and one that Rashi in his commentary addresses. To these two interpreters of Rashi's commentary to the text, the problem lies in the fact that grammatically the command should have read kach or kachu rather than lakoach, and Rashi's justification for the lakoach format is that it is a form of present tense, Lashon Pa'ol, and reflects an activity that is ongoing. Just as both the Zachor and the Shamor with respect to Shabbat was not an isolated incident, but one that was to continue on for all time, similarly, in a broader sense, the Sefer HaTorah Hazeh, according to the Mizrahi and the Siftei Chachamim reading of the Rashi, was to be an ongoing testimony for all future generations, the Lashon Pa'ol. And for this reason, it needed to be placed alongside the Aron Brit Hashem Elokeichem. There is, however, a slight problem with this reading of the text, and that is, if the intent is to focus upon the ongoing aspect of the Sefer Torah, that concept would be better placed and linked to the V'samtem Oto, because it was the actual placement next to the Aron Brit Hashem Elokeichem that established the permanence of the Sefer Torah for future generations, rather than the lakoach, which was technically not an ongoing activity. It was a one-time activity of accepting the Sefer Torah from Moshe Rabbeinu. And therefore, while the message is quite clear and valid, the ongoing aspect of the Sefer Torah and its contents, the link is somewhat problematic. Rather than it coming under the heading of lakoach, it would have been more appropriate to attach the message to the word v'samtem oto. In SUMUP, according to the Mizrahi and the Siftei Chachamim Rashi, by linking the lakoach to Zachor, Shamor, and Haloch, applies a present tense translation to the pasuk, that by accepting the Sefer Torah and placing it alongside the Aron, the Torah will become the focal point and its message be ongoing for all future generations. Questions 1 and 2 touched upon the brevity of Rashi's commentary, the lack of a pitron, explanation and interpretation of the format lakoach apropos to the Sefer Torah, and the lack of a definition, at the very least, that it is in the Lashon Hoveh, a subset of the present tense. Question 3 had problems with the sequence, Shmot, Devarim, Bereshit, rather than following the sequence of the Parshiot. And finally, the link between the message and the word lakoach would have been more appropriate with the phrase v'samtem oto.